Hi guys, my name's Eva and I work for TDA Global Cycling in the Toronto office. And this is my first video of a series I'm doing called 2-Minute Tips. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about why I choose to clip in when I go on a cycle tour or even any long distance riding that I do. When I refer to clip in, I'm talking about having a shoe like this with a cleat on the bottom, and then I clip into an appropriate pedal that works with this specific cleat. So I've done tours being clipped in and I've done them without. In the beginning, I used to do long rides, my first cycle tour not clipping in, and then the next time I decided to clip in to see what it was all about, and I never looked back, and now I always clip in. So 3 main points of why I choose to clip in and why I've chosen this specific shoe. The first thing is efficiency and power. So when you clip into a pedal with your shoe, you get much more efficiency and power with each pedal stroke. And the reason for this is because you're pushing and pulling. Instead of a typical running shoe where you're just pushing on each pedal. And overall, at the end of each day, I really noticed a big difference in how I felt. Your legs are less fatigued. Overall, you're less tired because it's just a more efficient way to do it. Push and pull. It makes a lot of sense. And the second thing I wanted to bring up is the stiff sole and why this is so important on any cycling shoe. You don't even have to necessarily clip in. You could just have a cycling shoe that has a stiff sole, and they make all sorts. But if you clip in, you always get the stiff sole, some more stiff than others. A reason a stiff sole is so good is because it takes away any movement in your foot when you're pedaling, and it keeps, again, more power. If you think sometimes on a running shoe, your toe can be curved and there's movement in your ankle. And I know for myself at the end of a long tour when I wasn't clipped in, I could really feel it in my Achilles and the back of my feet and sometimes in my ankles because there naturally is just a lot of movement. So when you have a stiff sole and you're clipped in, you're taking away the movement. So that's a huge winner for me. And I really did notice a big difference. The third note I wanted to mention is why I chose even this specific shoe is because you can see that on the bottom, the cleat is actually recessed and there's some tread here as well. So that is because this is called a mountain bike shoe, so don't have to use it for mountain biking, but it's made so that you can get off of the bike and walk around and be completely comfortable and secure without any slipping. With a typical road bike shoe, and sometimes people will say, oh, with a cleat, don't you slip around? But that's only certain kind of shoes that aren't really meant for casually walking around in. But for me, having this tread on the bottom and being able to jump off my bike and do whatever I like along the way is a huge bonus for me. Well, those are the 3 main points I wanted to talk to you about. If you're interested in learning more about this, I would suggest looking it up online or contacting your local bike shop, going in and chatting with them. They are full of knowledge and they'll have lots of shoes to show you. Keep in mind, I'm definitely not a professional. And these are just things I've learned along the way from doing cycle tours and learning the hard way and trying out different things. So I suggest that you do the same. If you are having any real pains or concerns, I would just talk to a medical professional about that and just make sure there's not anything else going on and that it's actually okay for you to be riding. Well, that's it today for my first video of a new series. I hope you enjoyed it. And you can email me at eva@tdaglobalcycling.com. That's eva@tdaglobalcycling.com. If you have any questions about this video, or if you want to ask me any questions about the tours we offer, and check out our website as well. Well, thanks for watching. Stay well and happy cycling.